Hey guys, Bullion Bites with another video. This one talking about buying and selling strategies and making sure that those are aligned for you. If you are someone that is hoping to eventually turn your silver back into some greenbacks, whether that's for retirement, for some kind of big purchase like a house, a car, some emergency down the road, doesn't matter, this video is for you. You want to make sure that when you are buying silver and you're buying things like 1 ounce rounds, silver eagles, or 10 ounce bars, you're buying stuff that your local dealers or people on eBay are going to want to buy, and that your selling strategy and your buying strategy line up. If you are thinking that you can turn these back into these pretty easily, you're going to be right. The market for those three items is going to be the biggest and the broadest, so buying into those is going to be the best option if you are trying to sell back in the future. Same thing goes for things like fractional and whole gold eagles. I don't have an example of American platinum, but I'm going to say to a lesser extent government issued platinum bullion. Now the market for platinum is much smaller. It's a much tighter market than it is for silver and for gold, and that is something you want to keep in mind when you are buying and selling, especially if your strategy is to ultimately come back to some dollars or euros or whatever your preferred local currency is. To a lesser extent, if you're getting foreign minted coins or other, I'm going to say lesser known coins, don't be surprised if your buying strategy, is going to have a lower premium with these coming in. You're going to end up with a lower premium, or you're going to get offered spot price at a local coin shop. Now, if you're buying into, I'm going to say collectibles or semi-collectible things like semi-numismatics or more collectible items, your best route for that is going to be social media and eBay for reselling. You have to be willing and able to offload that product, offload that bullion or those collectibles into the secondary market. The big trade-off between those two is if you're taking these items here to a local coin shop, you pretty much know what you're going to get for them before you get there. Things like generic rounds, 10 ounce bars, you're probably going to be getting spot or somewhere close to spot depending on the particular market at the time. Silver eagles and gold eagles, you might get a slight premium when you sell them back, but not always. Depends on the market. Now, if you're trying to go into a local coin shop and you're trying to, offload collectible items like this 1949 Franklin half, or even more narrow of a market, something like this 1925 California commemorative $50, inspiration for the prospector round, also great looking coin, but the market for something like this is much smaller than it is for the other items that you see here. And that's something you have to take into consideration. You have to take that into mind when you are buying things and when you're selling things. If you're just a collector and you're looking to collect stuff and you don't plan on ever selling it, that's great. If you think you're never going to end up selling your silver, that's great too. But you want to make sure that your stack is not a bunch of, high grade Morgan silver dollars that you're expecting to get, $300, $400, $500 per slabbed coin out of, when you really need that money in a pinch. It's not something you can just walk into, a dealer at, 3 o'clock on a Friday and say, I've got these coins, this is what they're worth, and I want to sell them. It's not going to go down that way. And that's something, local coin shops out here, I talk to them all the time about what's kind of the biggest education point you have to go over with, new customers coming in with new clients. And they say a lot of it is kind of being the bearer of bad news when someone walks in with a coin that they thought was going to be worth $5,000 or $10,000, and it turns out that they don't have that special mint air high mint state ultra rare coin. They've got some generic circulated pennies or some generic circulated Roosevelts that aren't really worth more than either their face value or their silver content. And that's something, if you have those things and you verified them and it's you're good to go, you've got this kind of collectible coin, or you've got other, I'm going to say, numismatic items. Those are something that if you've got a set of peace dollars, and I've talked about this in other videos, something that comes in a slab, just to get something graded, it runs you 35, 40 bucks. And if you have the ability to go out and get those graded, great. If you put the time and the effort and energy into that, you want to get a return for your money, you need to have access to the people that want to buy that on the secondary market through places like Instagram, whatnot, eBay, etc. And if you don't have an existing presence there, it's going to take you a long time to build up a reputation there, and it's going to take you a while to sell off your stack, sell off your collection for what you think it's worth. And if you don't want to take a big hit, or you want to see that price appreciation, you need to be ready for those things. That was the main point of this video, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, I'd love to see them down below. I love answering your questions. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You also, same username, Bullion Bytes. If you have any other questions, more than happy to answer those. I have a bunch of referral links down there below. If you have not already signed up or used the Monument Metals 5 ounces of bullion, just like this right here, at spot deal, if it's still going on, check it out. There should be a link for that in the description down below as well. I am not sponsored by Monument Metals. It's just a great way for me to pass that good deal on to you guys. If you have any other thing that you want to see on videos, let me know, and I will see you on the next one.